Ay caramba. Let's go to see some UFC Noche picks. I hope that they all hit, but I'm not really sure if they will. But I don't give a mierda. All right, you guys, let's get into the mood. We got a million fights. What is it? 14 fights. Let's do a quick recap. Can you even see these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14 motherfucking fights. Now let's check them out. We're starting all the way at the bottom with Sasi Nando, Rodrigo Cezinando versus Daniil Lomachenko. We're gonna have to side with Donchenko because he looks like a movie villain. Up next, we got Alice Pereira versus Montserrat Randon. We're gonna side with Alex Pereira's long lost sister, no relation to Aileen Pereira, his true sister. This is his sister from another mister and his sister from another mother. After that, we have Alessandro Costa fighting Alden Correa. Now, this man, his name is Correa, but he's not from Korea. We're going to have to side with Alessandro Costa, a much better name, and he's got that Diego Lopes haircut on the front. After that, we got old Zach Reese versus Cedric Dumas. Everybody wants Cedric Dumas to lose, and he most likely will because he has his mind on a million things. But I will side with Cedric Dumas to get the win here. I believe that they both fought, what's his name? Is Cody Brandage. But I believe Cedric Dumas got a win over Cody Brandage, no? And Zachary got slam KO'd, no? If I am mistaken, please let me know in the comments. Now, after that, we have a couple of very beautiful fighters. Jesus Aguilar de Mexico y Luis Gurule. Now, I'm starting a petition to get Luis to change his nickname to the MMA so they can announce him Lewis, the MMA guru. But he's fighting Jesus. But does Jesus have traps like this? I think not. We're going to side with the trap man himself. I'm sorry, Jesus. We know how it ends for you. Maybe you'll be resurrected and come back to win again. But it is time for Lewis, the MMA guru, to shine. Up next, we got Titiana Suarez, who was very titillating prior to her title fight, but there's a severe lack of titillation. Although she is facing a form of Goku Super Saiyan 3, by the looks of it, I still think that the titillator Tatiana Titty Suarez is going to get it done. She lost to the best of the best. It happens. Let's go, Titiana. But you got to get through SSX3, Super Saiyan Triple 3. That didn't even make any sense. All right. Anyways, we got Claudio Puelles or Pueches. Where's he from? Is that Peru? Okay, maybe it's not Pueches. Maybe it's just Puelles. I don't know how to speak Peruano. We got Claudio Puelles. Maybe it's Puelles. No, it's not Puelles, probably. Claudio Puelles versus Joaquim Silva. And this guy looks like Greg Doucette. He looks exactly like Greg Doucette. Does he not? Oh, not in this picture. Now I'm gonna have to side with old Claudio Puelles. Why do I keep saying that? Claudio Puelles over Joaquim Silva. Although Greg Doucette might get it done. Up next we have what flag is that again? Is that Bolivia? Wow, Jose Medina versus Duško Todorovic, and he's Croatia, no, Serbia. Duško Todorovic. Wow, liking these flags, very international card. We're gonna have to side with Duško Todorovic. I don't know how they actually say that, but I'm gonna call him Duško. Why not? After that, we got Border Boy, maybe the worst nickname in all of sports, versus Le Quang. Now, I don't want to pick Le Quang, but I have to. I just don't like the tense shoulders. You got to let your shoulders relax, man. Look at Louis Gurul. Look how relaxed those shoulders are. He's letting the traps breathe. They're taking a deep breath right there. You gotta let your traps breathe, my guy. Severe lack of traps, tense shoulders. Maybe he's built like that, but come on. Although I don't want to pick Border Boy because that's just an awful nickname. But I'm gonna have to pick Lake Wang because he's my guy and he has more experience. Yeah, that's it. Picking Lake Wang. After that, we got Alexander Hernandez up against Carlos Diego Ferreira. I'm gonna have to side with CDF Carlos Diego Ferreira to beat Papi Hernandez. Hernandez fought literally 4 weeks ago. I think we have a couple quick turnarounds, but Alexander Hernandez, I don't know. When was the last time he beat a vet? He definitely could win. Look at that body. Okay, well, Austin Hubbard, Kurt Holobaugh, those are vets, but they're like barely UFC. Jim Miller, okay, okay. He's beaten vets. He's beaten vets. He beat Mike Breeden, man, the GOAT. Okay, so what I said is completely wrong. He's beaten vets. But who has he lost to? Moicano, Guarantillo, Bilalgeyo, Damon Jackson. I don't know. When was the last time he was even on a big streak? It's been a while. He's already on a 3 fight streak. Is he getting to get that lucky? I don't know. I think Carlos Diego Ferreira can get this one done. Grant Dawson, Mateusz Gamrot, Gregor Gillespie, Benil Dariush, Mateusz Schwambitsky. Look at the names here. Just a whole level up and then some on the names. After that, we got Stoltzfus versus Gastelum. Gastelum. Gastelum missing weight by a lot, but I can't pick. I cannot pick old Kelvin Gastelum. I have to go with Stoltzfus on this one. Gotta go with Stoltzfus on this one. Looks like a Chad too. Unlike Kelvin, who is just a Chad, eating burritos like there's no tomorrows. After that, we got Rafa Garcia versus Jared Gordon. This is a tough one to pick. Gordon gets the short end of the stick unless he takes it out of the judge's hands more often than not, but I'm gonna decide with old Jared Gordon over Rafa Garcia. But it would be cool if Rafa got the win. It'd be sad for Jared, but he's a Mexican fighter close to the top of the card. It's going to be popping off at the arena. After that, we got old Roberto Font versus David Martinez. Ooh, this is toughy. Martinez, he hadn't really been tested up to the level of a Font, has he? Look at those names, not even close to a Rob Font. But he's been on a bit of a darn streak, hasn't he? Losing to Johnny Vasquez over 4 years ago. And that was a splitty city. Look at those two. KO. KO, 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 KO. KO. Woo. A boxer going up against a boxer. Gonna have to side with David Martinez. Isn't it even? I don't put much stock into the old vet like Rob Font, but I like the old vet like Carlos Diego Ferreira. Make it make sense. I can't make it make sense, but for me, I just can't pick Rob Font today. But he could definitely go out and get an old school win. Get that old victory. After that, we got the main event. Two Brazilianos. Woo. Gene Silva. João Silva. Jean Silva versus Diego Lopes. Woo. Man, this is a toughie. I'm gonna have to side with old. This is a toughie. I've been leaning Diego for a while now. I'm gonna have to stick with my gut, and I think he's the underdog. Plus 200. Now Diego loses. He can lose. He knows how to lose. He been at the top though. He been up at the top. He's felt what it's like to stare down that gold and come up just short. He's faced maybe the top two guys at featherweight. He lost to both of them, but man, he was in those fights. Maybe less so for the Volk fight, but I feel like he was really trying to. I don't know. People are saying conserve his gas tank, which definitely could be because he looks like he slows down. But I think he's more trying to fight smart rather than just purely conserve his gas tank. I think he was trying to out technique the technician and Volk more so than Hamzat. What I mean is Hamzat in his fight was pacing himself. Diego was trying to clean up his technique. And I think that fight taught him a lot on how to be technical and when to be ruthless. Gene Silva, we've seen him be ruthless for the most part. Of course, he's technical, maybe hits slightly harder, but Diego's right up there. Diego's got the ground game. So if it's close on the feet and the advantage on the ground goes to Lopes, and Lopes has seen the highest levels of competition and lost to him, but he's been there. what, 15 more fights or something. Now that could play a part in his downfall if he's taking too much damage. We haven't really seen him take a lot of damage in the UFC, although he gets hit. And if John Silva hits you, he could be over quick. But he's got a chin. Does his chin get cracked? Maybe. I don't think it will unless Gene Silva lands something that he doesn't see coming, that Diego doesn't see coming. Gene Silva's got a chin too. Man, it's a tough one. I'm gonna side with Diego Lopes. Or maybe he likes to be called by his Mexican name, Diego Lopes. To beat Jean Silva by decision. And maybe it's a very close fight, maybe 3 rounds to two, maybe even a split decision. But I truly believe in my heart of hearts that Diego Lopes will walk away from this main event with a victory. And with that, I conclude my speedrun a la noche picks. I will see you again in my next picks video. And I wish you a very good time when you're watching the fights. But I don't wish any harm to any of the fighters. Or maybe to Cedric Tomas because he deserves it. Cedric Tomas can get KO'd and I don't really care anymore. Sorry, I must be very quiet. Mi familia is sleeping downstairs. So I don't want my wife, I don't want the beautiful children to wake up to my lovely music that I am creating for my audience. But with that, I must bid you all a farewell. I must bid you all adieu, as the French would say. Take care, mi compadres. Mis compadres. Go get yourself a motherfucking burrito, a burrito, y smoke a big fatty, you know what I'm saying, Holmes? You know what I'm saying, Holmes? What's a goodie? What's a goodie real quick before we dip? Before we dip, what's that I know you guys know this. You guys know this one. Let me pull it up real quick. Give me a hot motherfucking second. All right? Give me a motherfucking second, please. God damn. Give me a motherfucking second, my homes. Come on, bro. I just need a minute. Okay, okay. Let's see what this is. What is it? Okay. All right, all right. Solo voy con mi pena, sola va mi condena. Correr es mi destino para burlar la ley. Perdido en el corazón de la grande Babilón. Me dicen el clandestino por no llevar papel. A una ciudad del norte yo me fui a trabajar. Mi vida la dejé entre Ceuta y Gibraltar. Soy una raya en el mar, fantasma en la ciudad. Mi vida va prohibida, dice la autoridad. Sorry, I gotta be really quiet. It's a lot better when I'm loud. Sola voy con mi pena, sola va mi condena, correr mi destino por no llevar papel, perdido en el corazón de la grande Babilón. Me dicen el clandestino, yo soy el quebrale, mano negra, clandestino, peruano, clandestino, africano, clandestino, marihuana ilegal. All right, I'm gonna really peace out. I probably woke up my wife and kids, and if I did, they're gonna be pissed. So fuck off, cunts. Get back to work. I ain't paying you to fucking muck around, eh? Smoke out is over. Yeah, looks like it's about time smoke is over, eh? Get yourself a fucking cuppa and get back to work, you fucking cunts, eh? What other accents can I fuck up? Let me think. It's time to lock in. Yep, time to lock in, mate. That was a terrible accent I just fucked up. All right. Anyways, you guys have a good rest of your time. Deuces.